What's going on, everybody? I know it has been a minute, a long time since you've seen my face here on World Championship Wreckage. Um, it's it's been a minute. It's been about 6 months between work, life, just everything. I've been a little bit more behind the scenes, and we've really my family, my core group of people who are behind this channel because it's not just me. I might have come up with the name, I might be the one throwing out a lot of ideas to people, but it's a group effort, and I appreciate everybody who's been holding this channel down from MJ Duplessis, and the Ring Queen Michaela and the Pro Wrestling Wizard Doug, who every week was doing Netflix and Raw live, keeping this channel going, getting new subscribers, getting new faces to see this channel. And we've changed a little bit. We're not just about pro wrestling anymore. We all have different interests, and we talked about this. So you're going to see some different content. You already kind of started seeing it last year with Mike and I doing, Survivor Reignited, and we're going to pick up with that at some point. But again, it's got 50 freaking seasons under its belt now. So taking a little bit of a break before you get burned out is good. So, but this right here is going to be the first content from me you're going to see with the new kind of revamped World Championship Wreckage. This is booked solid. And yes, it sounds like a wrestling show, but it's not. Over the last year, I have had a lot of different things happen, and for me, my peace, my sanity, my just everything that brings me back to a place of just calm and steadiness is the ability to escape. And how do you do that? You pick up a book and you think, hey, I don't like to read. I was that way. I was a guy in my 40s who, who reads? Who reads? Turns out there's a lot of freaking people that read. And a lot of people think, oh, guys don't read. Guys read. Now, there's a lot of books aimed at guys. And I'm not just going to focus on those, but I'm going to focus on, for today, for episode 1, the series. And if you've seen my TikToks, you know where I'm going with this. The series that got me back into reading. I kept seeing this book everywhere. Didn't know what it was about. The cover popped out immediately. You kind of can't. When I show it to you, you understand. Bright colors, cool name, and you don't know. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know. I didn't know what it was, or what the premise was, or anything. And now it has become my entire personality. And like so many other people will jokingly say, "Oh, you're part of the cult now." And there's so many TikToks about that. It is such a good book because of how absurd and how crazy it is. And that book, I'm not even just going to talk about the book. I'm going to talk about the whole series, but we're going to start with the original here on episode 1. And that is the Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 1 by Matt Denneman. That's right. I mean, how does that not stand out to you? Dark background, bright yellow, bright red colors. I mean, look at this thing. This thing pops and gets your attention, whether you know what it is or not. Big cat eye in the middle of it. Like, what is this book? Like, it made me want to pick it up, read the synopsis, and find out what it is. So, I love the joke online about Dungeon Crawler Carl, and that you sound like an insane kindergartner trying to explain this synopsis. So I'm going to do my best and not sound cuckoo. But from the get-go, what it is about is a man named Carl, a former Coast Guard who is now living in an apartment with his ex-girlfriend's prize-winning show cat, Princess Donut. I mean, come on. You got a cat named Princess Donut. How do you not love that? But Princess Donut, right there, following Carl on the cover as he runs away with a stick of dynamite. Okay, so you've got Carl and you've got Donut. Well, come to find out, the universe, and I'm going to say aliens, and people are like, oh God, here we go, sci-fi, space, aliens, like crazy. Ignore that. Yes, it's aliens. Yes, there's space. Yes, it's that, but it's much more than that. And you can bring it home without being like, oh, aliens, even though they are. aliens in the world, you know, everywhere. Um, Pretty much every world has to pay a tax. Has to pay a tax to, you know, the Borat Corporation. And you just have to, again, if I'm messing up who and what it is a little bit, because I'm 8 books deep and I hadn't read the first one in over a year. But everyone, you know, there's taxes and everything. And Earth didn't pay their taxes. We'll just go with it that way. Earth didn't pay their taxes. And what happens is every season there's this massive television show called Dungeon Crawler World. And it's viewed by every system, every planet, every alien system, every race. And what happens is, at least here, everyone on Earth is told if you're inside a building, those buildings have collapsed. If you're outside, you're still alive. And if you are still alive, they give you a choice. Stay on the Earth's surface. You might survive, you might not, but it's not going to be a pretty picture if you do. Or you go into these doors and you become a cast member of Dungeon Crawler World. And it's just like a video game. You level up, you get experience, you get boons, you get a little bit of everything, right? You get a little bit of everything. Well, Carl just happens to be outside chasing down Princess Donut, who's jumped out a window when all this happens. And unfortunately, it was in the middle of the night. All he has is a pair of pink Crocs that aren't his size, a jacket, and his heart printed boxers. That's all he has. That's what he has. And those Crocs don't last that long. But all this happens, and he goes down. And that's where I'm going to I don't want to leave you, but I'm going to give you the premise and talk to you a little bit about what this book, like, it sounds absurd, and it is. It sounds crazy, and it is. But it's fun. And I want to say, if you're somebody that's like, you know what, I don't read. Okay, don't read. Listen to this. I would recommend, like, I did both. I have read this series, and you can see behind me, like, there's the rest of the series. I read them. I also have listened to the audiobook. The audiobook is amazing. It's available on Audible. You can also, if you have a Amazon Music Unlimited subscription, you get 1 audiobook per month. Use that credit. Use it there. But the amazingness of Jeff Hayes, who narrates everything, does every voice. You will think it is a full cast. It is treated like a full-on production. It doesn't sound like someone just reading the book and reading, like, you know, word for word, stale. It's not. There is production quality behind it. There are sound effects. It's like listening to a TV show. It's like listening to a movie. It's like listening to a play. It's just so much. There is full-on production to this, and it's going to change your opinion of audiobooks. So, for episode 1 of Book Solid, what I'm going to recommend to you is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Have you read this? What did you think? Did you think it was crazy what you were going to be getting yourself into? But this is where we're going to start. And I'm going to be, with this series, with this show, I'm going to be giving you my recommendations, what I read, whether I liked it, whether or not, did I finish it, did I not finish it, where I got this recommendation, where I heard it from, a little bit of everything of what I am doing in my life reading-wise. But yes, Dungeon Crawler Carl, please, for me, start this. Whether you read it or you listen to it, but I highly recommend listening to it because you're going to enjoy it a million times over. But Dungeon Crawler Carl, recommend it. Can't recommend enough. But that's what this is what this show is going to be about. And I wanted episode 1. They're not going to be long. Like, I'm going on about 10 minutes here, and that's 10, 15 minutes just talking about different books I'm reading. That's what I'm going to be doing with this. But it's good to be back. It's weird to be back in front of the camera, but I'm excited to do it again. Get things rolling with this channel again. I love you guys, and I hope you guys don't mind a little bit of change. We still will get you guys some pro wrestling content, even though it's oversaturated as it can be, just like every fandom. But yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl. so many things I want to tell you about this series, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So love you guys. We'll see you soon.